And it's very common for employers or people in higher levels of authority to be responsible for the conduct of others. That's not necessarily the case in a criminal case. In a conspiracy, for example, the leader of a conspiracy is responsible for the actions of other people in the conspiracy. But that's when there's an agreement to commit a crime and an action taken towards committing that crime. That's different here. They're not accusing Mr. Baldwin and the armorer or anyone else of being in a conspiracy. They're just alleging that they were reckless, and that recklessness resulted in the death. So by civil law standards, it is common for someone like Mr. Baldwin to be held responsible for what happened, but it is relatively unusual in the criminal context. If a case like this is normally handled in the civil context and not prosecuted criminally at all, and therefore resulting in no jail time, that a judge might consider a sentence of prison time relatively harsh for a case that would not normally be prosecuted criminally. But now that we're aware that the armorer was sentenced to the maximum, I think that there is a higher likelihood that Mr. Baldwin, if convicted, is sentenced to some period of time in prison. I would be surprised if they're able to impanel a jury that is not familiar with Mr. Baldwin's work as an actor. People may allow that to affect their decision one way or the other. And in a high-profile case like this, I think it's difficult to 100% guarantee that things that are not in evidence, such as the celebrity of Mr. Baldwin, it's difficult to guarantee that won't get in the way and influence the juror one way or the other.